Vincenzo Viviani, Galileo's devoted disciple and pioneer of geometry. Vincenzo Viviani was an illustrious Italian mathematician and scientist, renowned for his deep contributions to geometry and for being a loyal disciple of Galileo Galilei. Born on April 5, 1622 in Florence, Viviani's life was marked by his tireless dedication to mathematics and science, his efforts to preserve and promote Galileo's legacy, and his own significant scientific contributions. Early life and education. Viviani was born into a noble but financially strained family. His father passed away when he was a child, and his mother struggled to provide for the family. Despite these hardships, Viviani's exceptional intellect was evident from an early age. At the age of 13, he was sent to the Jesuit college in Florence, where he received a classical education and was introduced to the fundamentals of mathematics and science. Viviani's talents quickly caught the attention of influential figures in the scientific community. By the age of 16, he had become the protégé of Galileo Galilei, who recognized Viviani's potential and took him under his wing. Viviani moved into Galileo's house in Arcetri near Florence, where he served as Galileo's assistant during the last years of the great scientist's life. Association with Galileo Galilei, living with Galileo, had a profound impact on Viviani's intellectual development. He had the unique opportunity to learn directly from one of the greatest minds of the scientific revolution. He assisted Galileo with his scientific experiments and helped him with his writings, particularly during Galileo's final years when he was blind. This mentorship had a lasting impact on Viviani. He became a staunch defender of Galileo's work and legacy, dedicating much of his life to preserving Galileo's contributions to science. After Galileo's death in 1642, Viviani worked tirelessly to publish and promote his mentor's works. In 1655, along with fellow mathematician Giovanni Alfonso Borelli, Viviani published the first edition of Galileo's collected works, Le Opere di Galileo Galilei, Contributions to Geometry and Mathematics. Beyond his role as Galileo's disciple, Viviani made significant contributions to geometry and mathematics in his own right. His work primarily focused on classical geometry, building on the foundations laid by ancient Greek mathematicians. Viviani's theorem. One of Viviani's notable contributions to geometry is Viviani's theorem. This theorem states that the sum of the perpendicular distances from any point inside an equilateral triangle to its three sides is equal to the length of the triangle's altitude. Viviani's theorem is an elegant result that showcases his deep understanding of geometric properties and relationships. Restoration of ancient texts. Viviani had a profound respect for the works of ancient mathematicians, particularly Euclid and Archimedes. He devoted considerable effort to restoring and elucidating their texts. His work on Archimedes' treatises was particularly significant. Viviani aimed to recover and reconstruct lost works of Archimedes, and his detailed commentaries and interpretations helped to revive interest in Archimedean mathematics during the 17th century. Contributions to the geometry of conic sections. Viviani also made notable contributions to the study of conic sections. He investigated the properties of ellipses, parabolas, and hyperbolas, and developed new methods for their geometric constructions. His work in this area influenced subsequent developments in the field of analytical geometry. Scientific and engineering achievements. In addition to his contributions to pure mathematics, Viviani applied his mathematical knowledge to various scientific and engineering problems. His practical ingenuity and scientific rigor led to several important achievements. The Florentine flood of 1687. In 1687, Florence experienced a catastrophic flood that damaged much of the city's infrastructure. Viviani was appointed by the Grand Duke of Tuscany to oversee the repair and reconstruction efforts. He designed and implemented several hydraulic engineering projects to prevent future flooding, including the construction of new dikes and the improvement of existing water management systems. His work in this area demonstrated his ability to apply mathematical principles to solve real-world problems effectively. The measurement of the speed of sound. Viviani, along with Giovanni Alfonso Borelli, conducted one of the earliest known experiments to measure the speed of sound. In 1657, they used a method involving the synchronization of visual and auditory signals. By measuring the time delay between observing a cannon flash and hearing the subsequent sound, they estimated the speed of sound with remarkable accuracy for their time. This experiment was one of the first systematic attempts to quantify the properties of sound and laid the groundwork for future studies in acoustics. Legacy and honors. Vincenzo Viviani's dedication to science and mathematics earned him widespread recognition and numerous honors during his lifetime. He was a member of several prestigious scientific societies, including the Accademia del Cimento, an early scientific society founded in Florence that promoted experimental science. Viviani was also appointed as a court mathematician to the Grand Duke of Tuscany, a position that allowed him to pursue his scientific interests with substantial support and resources. Viviani's contributions to mathematics and science were not limited to his own discoveries. His efforts to preserve and disseminate Galileo's work ensured that Galileo's revolutionary ideas continued to influence subsequent generations of scientists. Viviani's meticulous restoration and publication of classical mathematical texts helped to revive interest in the works of ancient mathematicians, bridging the gap between classical and modern mathematical thought. Personal life and character. Despite his many accomplishments, Viviani remained humble and dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge throughout his life. He was known for his unwavering loyalty to Galileo and his commitment to scientific rigor and integrity. Viviani's correspondence with other leading scientists of his time, including Isaac Newton and Christian Huygens, reflects his active engagement with the broader scientific community and his collaborative spirit. Viviani never married and lived a life devoted to science and mathematics. He passed away on September 22, 1703 in Florence, leaving behind a legacy of intellectual contributions that continue to be recognized and celebrated today. Conclusion: Vincenzo Viviani was a remarkable mathematician whose life and work were deeply intertwined with the legacy of Galileo Galilei. His contributions to geometry, his efforts to preserve and promote Galileo's work, and his practical applications of mathematical principles to solve engineering problems mark him as a pivotal figure in the history of science. Viviani's dedication to the pursuit of knowledge and his profound respect for the mathematical heritage of the past ensured that his impact would endure long after his lifetime. His work not only advanced the field of mathematics, but also bridged the gap between the scientific achievements of the ancient world and the innovations of the scientific revolution.